What's up, everybody? Here we're here to do a review of Due Date, starring Robert Downey Jr. Zach
I'm
Berry
out of
movie.
here. I'm out of here. Bye. One of the worst movies ever made.
If
Oh
you
my
if you
gosh.
if you haven't already done so, please click like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Uh, just make sure that you stay tuned because we'll be talking about the books coming out this week. I got at least about 8 books I think this week to pull on. Not a lot. A lot of my books were last week, the last 2 weeks. This is kind of like, hey, this is what's left. Remember? Like I said, there ain't that much. It was kind of hard for me to try to get a top 5 here because some of them I'm like, I want to try them, and I don't know if they're gonna be good. So, but I do have more Marvel on my list this week. I know there's definitely one a book on Eric's list that he is most likely getting. That is a Marvel book, and another one is an indie book. So I know at least 2 books that he's getting. I don't know what else is on Eric's list, but might as well share my screen here and we'll figure out what's going on.
That might be a good idea.
I know that's why I have them, Zach.
Sure. As he talks about reviewing Due Date, he has good ideas, he says.
Well, that was because I want to torture you. That's
oh well then you're a genius. You're a genius then. Well played. Well played.
all right. All right. Who wants to start?
I'm going to start with this. Star Trek 500. Patton
Wait.
Oswalt, Chris Cantwell, Mags Visaggio, Lansing and Kelly,
What
Jody Hauser, Jordan Bloom. Holy
is that out
crap.
this week?
I don't know when it's coming out, but that's about as bad as you can put together on one book.
Wait, I'm
still
confused. Wasn't there a Star Trek Pride book before this?
Yes, there was.
I'm just shocked there's that they've made 500 comics.
Yeah, there have, but that probably goes all the way back to may not go back to Gold Key. DC had about a 90 issue run with just one series.
I'm just amazed because I've always found Star Trek to be pretty boring.
Well, you know what? Star Trek's found you to be pretty boring too. So
well, you know what? That's fine. I don't want Star Trek to like me.
All right.
Oh, so, you want the original Star Trek.
While my family's bickering, I'll go to my number 5. It's right here. It's the Blood Hunt. Number 5. I think it's the last one actually. 5 of 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the end.
Nice. Climax so brutal, so unnerving that last ramifications of the Marvel Universe, we had to seal it in a polybag to protect innocent eyes from its awesome majesty. You know the great thing about this? They say lasting ramifications. Within 6 months, we got to do event. No one cares.
Never heard that before.
But I mean, I've been liking these covers. This is Pepe LaRaz in here on this cover here.
LaRaz is good.
The only thing that's
Tigra. I see you, Tigra.
The only thing I don't like about this cover is Blade's daughter. Take that out, and it's actually a decent book cover.
Kind of spoils the return of Moon Knight. If you hadn't been reading Moon Knight, kind of spoils that a little.
Well,
bit.
he's been back in 2 books so far.
That's true.
So if you're not caught up,
spoilers.
Yeah.
By the way, do we have to wait for season 2 of Moon Knight for Marvel to kill him off again and replace him with a daughter we didn't know he had?
He doesn't have a daughter.
Not yet.
Or he does have a kid. He does have a kid, though, I thought. Doesn't he have a kid?
He does have a daughter.
He had a kid with Marlene.
And then he met her in the volume 1. They brought her in volume 1.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of just been like shoved aside again.
Yeah.
But he had a good relationship with her. So, but so I gotta say this. I know. Eric's talking about Deadpool movie comes out. It's awesome. Everybody loves it. They killed Deadpool in the comic books. Iron Man movie came out. Everybody loved it. They killed Iron Man in the comic books. When Blade comes out, they're gonna kill Blade in the comics and have his daughter be the new Blade.
Doctor Strange, but not with a daughter, but with Clea.
Yeah, well, at least Clea's hot though, and she's I don't mind Clea. Please establish character. She's not just a new character that's throwing in.
That's not the point, though. It's like I said, if you
It
watch,
was-
if you
no,
see Doctor Strange,
It
you
was
get a
temporary,
sword.
though.
Say, I know, but it's the timing. I don't care. I don't have a problem with any of the things they've done that we've mentioned, but
So
when
but-
you know, on the off chance that somebody actually does want to give the comic a try because they just saw the movie, and it's like I said, you go, can I have Iron Man? Well, Iron Man's a 15-year-old girl now. What?
This lies in the bigger problem. If they would stop rebooting and just had to do like manga does, just keep the numbers
What
going.
sell?
Yeah, well, not just. I know, obviously, yes, I know you're, but I mean, the problem with manga versus comic books, manga readers, if you're a brand new manga reader, you can pick up volume 1. You know where volume 1 is. You go to a comic book reader, like, this is volume 1. No, it's actually volume 30. Because they keep the volume 1 is way different, because they keep rebooting everything.
Well, it's really two different arguments. Both are valid, but I said,
it's
if you're gonna release the movie, especially since Kevin Feige is supposedly in charge of both, make sure that the character from the movie hasn't been killed off last month.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this. For those who are not a fan of what the MCU has become, Deadpool 3 is just fun. It is not your typical superhero movie. And also, it is based, I would say it's probably the best movie since No Way Home. A lot of fan service in that movie, and it's made by someone who actually gives a damn about the fans. But unfortunately, though, I don't see Ryan Reynolds and Logan going forward in anything else after this, as far as Marvel stuff. If anything, he should just get redo a Green Lantern.
I think there'll be another Deadpool at least. Hugh
No,
Jackman might be getting a little long in the tooth, though.
Well, he made a joke. He's like, Logan, at your back now. You're gonna be with Disney for 90. He teased him about that. And like I said, right now, there might be some more Deadpool movies. Right now, Marvel is obviously desperate. They brought back Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Strange in the new Iron Man, or not Iron Man, but Avengers Doomsday, which is replacing King Dynasty.
Hey, remember when we were talking about Blood Hunt #5?
No.
Well, I'm still talking about Marvel though. All right.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna talk about movies, we should probably title the stream "Talk About Movies."
Yeah. Like I said, I've had fun with this. Like you said, the tie-ins, some of the tie-ins are really fun. Like the Wolverine tie-in was really great. I enjoyed that. And I'm looking forward to see what the end is going to be. I'm dreading because I hope they don't go the whole thing. Well, Blade's daughter is the key to bringing him back. I don't want that shit. If that's the ending, I'll be pissed. But maybe, I don't know. Because I remember Dracula or somebody in the very beginning, was the first, was it the second or first issue? They said like, "Oh, the daughter is a key. Don't let her, protect her." And blah blah blah. I'm like, no, kill her. But like I said, hopefully it ends pretty good. And you're probably gonna have Doctor Strange getting his body back. Can't remember if he did it at the last issue or not. But,
I hope Carol Danvers saves everybody.
No, Carol Danvers hasn't been really much of a big help to anybody. If anything, the Avengers got their ass beat in the very first issue, and it's been Tiger and Hunter Moon been like holding on the fort. So, and Wong as well. All right, where are we going to, Zach?
We are gonna go. My camera wasn't turned on this whole freaking time. God,
I know, it's been a blessing.
I'm not awake at all. God, dog it. It's been a day. Okay, I got an obscure one here. I like finding the obscure stuff. Anyone who's a fan of Firefly, there is a book coming out from Boom Studios called Firefly Versus. And Boom Studios is kind of normally like, I don't pay much attention to them, but then I saw the writer on this is Ryan Parrott.
Yep.
He's done some pretty good stuff with Power Rangers. I know that RDV really liked his Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles crossover.
Yep.
So if you're a fan of Firefly, I did kind of roll my eyes a little bit because it is kind of like a what if to Firefly.
That's so weird.
What if the Browncoats won the war against the Alliance? But I'm kind of interested in it. I love Firefly, the show. The comics afterwards are kind of hit or miss depending on who's writing it. But I'm kind of interested in this. It's an $8 book. It is a one shot. It's not an ongoing or anything. But I think I'm going to give this a shot though. Sweet! It's the artist who did the. Oh, I did not see that until just now.
Yeah.
I really like the Vigil, so that's like a double win for me. So yeah, I'm going to be checking this out. I'll let y'all know. I'm kind of curious to see like how like does the Serenity crew still come together? Are they still like the same? Like what changes their backstory, if anything changes their backstory?
Yeah.
So I think it could be fun. I know Ryan Parrott. I like the writer. I trust him enough. He does good with like the team books. So this could be interesting. I don't know what I'm gonna get, so that's kind of why it's towards the bottom of the list.
Is that you? You son of a bitch! I'm in.
No, I am not Pirate Dave ZOMG. That is not what I changed my handle to.
It's not Zaccarini anymore.
No Zaccarino. Yeah, no, it is not. It is not Zaccarino anymore. That was an old.
It's now Zacamore.
That handle is so old. Like I think I had that back when I was like 22 or 23. Like I don't know. That's weird.
Was this last year?
No, it couldn't have been just last year.
No, when you were 22, 23.
No.
All right.
If only. If only.
Oh man, if I could go back to being 19, I would.
Oh, same. If I could go back to the years where I was laughing about Bitcoin and just buy it
instead of crying about it, you're losing money.
Now crying about it, yeah. Well, dude, if I had bought it back when it was like $100 a thing, I'd be streaming from a 3-story house right now. Okay. But yeah, that is my number 5.
Mr. Breen, where are we going?
My number 5 is... Oh, yeah, I don't have one. Next.
Is that me or you?
Whoever's going next.
Oh, I guess I'll go.
I guess it's you, yeah.
All right. Well, number 4 is Fantastic Four. Number 22.
Get him the apples, Pa! I'm just kidding.
Wrapping up the tie-in to this, I'm just having fun with this. It's vampires versus basically Alicia and Reed Richards.
I kind of dig the body horror, like eating his face cover. Like that's kind of cool, actually.
I love it because
that's neat.
They can't bite him because they keep.
That's true. Yeah. Mr. Fantastic, and they really all should be immune to vampire bites when you think about it.
That's why I felt about Plastic Man in the DC versus Vampires. How horrible that soup that was. He's like rubber. You know? That's
true.
Yeah, it's like. All right, yeah. So last they left off, they were in I forgot what stadium they were in, probably
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that's right, Madison Square Garden. That's right, yeah. And the vampires did a Hail Mary and basically, in order to get in there because the lights, because he had ultraviolet lights, basically around he had put up. And in order to take out the generator, they basically like jumped off this building, but they're inside. They put the main vampires were in the middle, and then they had outed a layer. Then they were going to die anyway. Just to get in there, they could jump in there and turn the power off. It's messed up. I love it. Yeah. It's basically I don't know who else is going to show up in this, but so far it's just been Reed Richards and well, Human Torch and Invisible Woman and the Thing are off another part of the world. I think they're in Arizona. You're the one. I think you're the one who's reading it, weren't they?
I haven't read it in almost a year.
Last time
I read it, they did have a house. I think it was in Arizona. I thought it was near like Ben's Aunt Petunia's place.
Yeah, that's where they were. They were in Arizona over there. That's what I was getting.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why does Reed Richards look like Orson Welles if someone had locked him in a steam bath for a month?
Well, he doesn't have the beard anymore.
He shaved.
And why does Alicia look 12?
Yeah, that might be the art. Well, that's the artist that whoever drew that picture, and I don't think that's what she looks like in the book.
Anymore.
Like Reed doesn't have the beard in the book either.
Those are weird pictures.
You know what it reminds you of?
And why is the guy next to Reed useless?
Well, I was just saying, this reminds me of remember Secret Wars, Hickman? He had the beard too for a while. But
Well, he's had the beard for a while.
it ain't the first time he's had a beard. He had a beard in the 90s.
Yeah, it's true. Well, that was when he came back from the dead, wasn't it?
Yeah, DeFalco. They were at the
Yeah, DeFalco. Yeah, that's right.
Hyperverse.
Yeah, that's when he came back from the dead.
He actually, yeah, I remember, well, he wasn't really dead, but he was just living in a cave.
Well, you know what I mean. They thought he was dead.
Did they go up to the nearest person named Jim so they could say, he's dead, Jim?
Now, you want to take a look at this: Vampire Sue, Vampire Rain, and Vampire Johnny Storm. That does not make sense.
Well, it's a variant cover. It's not like the story.
Well,
itself.
no, it's Vampire Flame on. Oh shit! That's the first thing I thought of. Of course, you got the Deadpool variants too. Well,
Freaking Deadpool variants. I mean, what is it? 2005 all over again? Jeez.
Guys, it's the comics. They should be Deadpool's daughter variants.
You know, Deadpool wasn't great until it became a girl.
Yeah, well, that's...
Again, for the 13th time. They had Lady Deadpool and stuff. So, anyway, that is my number 4 for this week.
Number 4.
Wait a second, Maranya, are you trying to start something? I mean, he had stubble because he was trying to figure something out. Jeez, if you gonna rip everything I say tonight?
Is that a cleaver behind you?
If I could see a cleaver in the chat, I'm seeing a cleaver in the chat.
Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, my number 4. Prepare to be proud, Pa. It's a facsimile. That is my number
Really?
4 book tonight.
Really?
It is. It's a low week, dude. What do you want from me? I can't just make books material.
What's your number 4?
Justice League of America number 1 by Gardner Fox and Mike Sikowski.
What, you're not getting this one?
What?
You're not getting this one?
No, I'm not. Tony Fleeks is only one of the writers on that. And even if he was the only one, I'd be very nervous about the writer of Stray Dogs writing a DC Super Pet book.
Why not?
He's gonna neuter or kill all of them.
Can you imagine if it was Stray Dogs, but they're the dogs of all the villains?
No, I don't want that. I don't want more dead dogs. I don't care if they wear capes or not.
Nikki's bringing back me more meat.
Oh my gosh. Justice League of America number 1, a classic from yesteryear. The Flash has to play chess against Despero, and with every move he makes, a different Justice League member disappears. You can't make this stuff up. The World of No Return. It's $4. You've got the whole Justice League plus Lucas Carr, Snapper Carr to his friends. Yeah. You got clean-shaven Aquaman, Lex Luthor, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern just like painted half of his body white. So yeah, this is my number 4 book this week.
Jackson, I'll just take a break and let Marani handle things tonight. That's funny. Oh, look, he's already glowing pink. They're preparing for this year. Oh my gosh. Yep, that is actually on my, and that's on my pull list, but not on my top 5.
For shame. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, look who's the letterer.
Who was the letterer? Was it George
Who was
Bell?
the letterer? Gaspar Saladino.
Just like I said, if you watch Iggy Pop videos, you're very familiar with that name.
This is also for those of you who like first appearances. This is the first appearance of the villain known as Despero as well. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
He's actually Despero.
Despero?
All Eagle Despero. Aaron Despero. Sorry. All right. Alrighty. Mr. Breen, where are we going to for your... You have a number 4.
Number 4.
He has one.
Don't have one.
Oh,
Next.
nuts. I thought I jumped the gun.
All right. There's his number 4, Spider-Gwen.
Don't even joke.
My number 3 for me is Midnight Suns, Blood Hunt. Like I said, I've been loving these tie-ins. Getting to see Danny Ketch and Johnny Blaze working together.
Oh, Marania says that when I looked it up, and I could have sworn that when he was in Our Man, I don't think that's his first name.
I thought, is Snapper Car not Lucas?
Well, it says it is here, but I don't remember him being Lucas.
Interesting. No, I mean his Wikipedia says his first name is Lucas.
I know.
Interesting.
So
they didn't put him as He's not listed as Snapper on League of Comic Geeks, which is weird. Like I would think they would use his normal name, but
look at the Marvel Governor Pieces variant. Remember the cards they had back in the day?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's kind of cool though.
Good looking Blade, handsome Blade,
handsome Blade, sharp Blade.
I do like the variant though.
Not a dull Blade or a nicked Blade.
Vampire Ghostrider.
That's kind of cool.
But like I said, any character that has power to either fire could never be a vampire.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I guess that tracks. I don't think he can have.
So basically, you got Contessa, whatever her name is, or Victoria Contessa, I think it is. I can't remember. I'm probably butchering it. But sure, teaming up with Danny and Johnny, and then you have Tulip, who is basically a former lover of Blaze. That was in the Blade series. And what's his name? Edward Hill, I think his name is. Yeah, Brian Hill. Yeah. Every time I look at it, it either says Brian Hill or Brian Edward Hill.
I know, it's weird. Sometimes they want to use his middle name, sometimes they don't. It's very
But yeah, so she's a carrying over character, and then just Johnny, because Marvel sucks, he does not have the spirit of vengeance, which is okay. I'll give her this because you brought in Danny. Danny has the ghost fighter, but Johnny's still badass. Johnny's like, I don't need Hellfire. I got Hellfire shotgun rounds. And he uses them in this, and I like I said, they're there to go. They're drawn to this hospital for some reason they don't know. Blade attacks, and they're able to repel him off. And yeah, looking forward to this. See how it wraps up. I like it because I'm probably gonna go back and read some more Ghost Rider stuff. When does Danny and Johnny crossover? Do you know if it's in the 70s or is it more like the 90s? Anybody?
What?
I don't know.
When is Johnny Blaze and Danny crossover?
And
it sounds like it'd be a 90s thing.
Yeah, in the 90s when they had Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance, that was Danny and
I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if Danny was appeared in the first volume or not.
Jackson Roy Kirk with the save. He says 1992.
Nice. Yeah, I looked at some of the Midnight Sun stuff from even some of the Blade from the 90s, and the art was just horrendous. I don't understand it for a book that sounds really cool like this, the vampires and everybody teaming up and just going battling stuff. Why would you have the art be so we could go on Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld had better art than when I saw in these books. Some of these books. But anyway, that was my number 3s. Mr. Zach, where are we going next?
Because it is a low week, y'all, I apologize. This is probably not the first crossover or the first repeat you're going to see tonight. We're going to Blood Hunt number 5 of 5, the Red Band edition. That's what I'm aiming to get anyway.
I thought you were joining me in Fantastic Four.
I will not confirm or deny. I did think about that, but we'll have to wait till Thursday to see if I actually follow through. Pepe Larraz, vampires. I like the fact that they've been shining a lot of. It's a big crossover, but it hasn't had too much focus on the Avengers. There's been some. I think they were leaving that more to the tie-ins. But I do like that this is mainly focused around characters like Blade or Doctor Strange, Hunter's Moon, the Moon Knight bit, because, I mean, this is a Jed McKay event, and so it makes sense that Jed McKay would lean more towards Doctor Strange and Moon Knight. And yeah, he's doing Avengers too, but it just doesn't feel like the Avengers have had too huge of a presence in this. But yeah, this is the finale though. Pepe Larraz's art has been fantastic, as was expected. The red band bit, it's not. I've seen the differences between the regular editions and the red band editions. I don't think that it's enough to justify the increase in price. But that being said, you know, if you've got the extra money and you want some extra blood in your comics, you know, go for it. I guess. I don't know, man. We've seen Mark Miller. I guess he goes by Miller. We've seen him put out books that have just as much blood, and nobody talks about red bagging or polybagging those. So it just kind of seems like a little shameless gimmick, of course, as Marvel is wont to do. But yeah, the story has been fun. It hasn't been deep. It hasn't been life changing, like Hickman or Infinity or Civil War or whatever. But it has been fun, seeing vampires get beat up like, you know, the bad guys and the goons.
I know they've been promoted. They've been handing out the little cards with the fangs and stuff in them too.
Oh yeah.
So it reminded me of was Blackest Night or Brightest Day.
Was it Brightest Day when they were giving out the rings?
Rings? Yeah,
I remember those. I remember that.
Yeah,
that was fun. I wish they would do stuff like that again. I like to get the little extra Cracker Jack goodies. But
I was talking about my friend Jared. He's a shop owner.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I used to have all the rings, you know, all the letter rings on a necklace. And he's like, oh, so one guy says like, oh, you like rainbows too? He's like, hell no.
I am curious to see. I know they're going to do this because it's comics. You have to revert everything back to the status quo. But I am curious to see how they heal Black Panther and Blade of being vampire. Well, Blade's always been a vampire, but how they like redeem him, I guess. And Thor too. I think Thor's a bad guy at this point.
Well, Ronnie, here's the second printing. If you don't like that one, here's the blood version.
I actually dig that. I actually like that one much better.
They've been doing is releasing them, with the
I like that. That could be a poster, like not a great poster.
This would be great if it didn't have Falcon on there.
Yeah.
Look at Miles' arm.
I like the circles. It kind of reminds me of some of those older like DC comics where it'd be like these characters are also featured.
But it's a takeoff on EC.
Oh, is it?
Even the severed arm. That's from the cover.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I'm just laughing because it's Miles' arm.
Miles is gonna get better too.
Well, yeah. They already found a way to cure.
If he doesn't, I'll be shocked.
They already found a way to cure T'Challa of his vampirism.
That's what Dracula looks like now.
The heart-shaped herb? Is it the heart-shaped herb?
He's been looking like Prince Lothar for the past
God, that is awful.
For the past
he's been looking
years,
like that for a minute. It's been a hot minute, yeah.
Well, I haven't read Marvel comics regularly in 14 years, and
I remember when Dracula used to look like Doctor Strange.
Yep.
But
yeah. They actually started doing this look, I think, around Avengers Assemble cartoon when they came out.
I think it was before that, to be honest.
I don't know. I just remember seeing that. They did that in the cartoon versions. I figured they based it off the comics.
Hideous.
Anyway,
that is my number 3.
Where are we going, Mr. Breen? Are we skipping?
My number 3 is Justice League number. Oh wait, Mark Waid still works for DC. Pass. Next.
All right. My number 2 is a book that better be on your list. You'll be passing this up. I'll be upset. I'll have to disown you.
Me or him?
Both.
Oh.
My number 2 is Sanction. Number 3. And if it's not on either guy's list, I'll be upset.
Oh, I It's on everybody, all the cool kids lists.
Right, right.
So
Well, we know where I fall on that.
Uh, Legolas, or he
He
does.
does look like Legolas. He does look like Legolas. Or not is it Lucius? That's Jason Isaac, the dad. I think he does look.
I
more
mean,
like
at least
that.
the hairstyle is more like it was, like, I guess where he's from, Romania and stuff.
Yeah.
It looks more like looks more fantasy, kind of like that. But I don't like it being white though. That's kind of weird. It should be black.
Racist.
No, there's enough white in the world. Diversify. No. When violence puts Detective Dimitriev's family in danger's path, Detective Smirnov takes
Smirnoff?
takes steps to protect both him and his own reputation, even if it means skirting the law. Despite the mounting threat, Dimitriev, his interest is in the case, turns to obsession, revealing the more murders and leading him to a deadly discovery. Um, I'm liking this. I love this. All the propaganda. Shh. And then he's just judging you. This guy's gone there. Obviously killed somebody. Looks like there might be some blood. The door is left open. Yeah, I like stuff like this. Yep. And there's no other covers. That's it. It's Ray Fox. Alrighty. Zach, we're obviously going somewhere else, not here. Where we're going to?
We are going for number 2. We're sticking with Marvel Comics, actually. What is, I assume, is going to be your number 1.
Wow, if it's not even your number 1, you're barred from the family.
Excuse you. You don't know what my number 1 is. Ultimate Spider-Man number 7, folks.
It wasn't X-Force? What the hell?
God, no, it wasn't X-Force. Who's the one that's writing that? It's Steve Orlando or Steve Fox or one of the
Deadpool's
Steves?
alive.
Of course he's alive. Anyone that thinks Deadpool was going to stay dead, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell.
No, it's coming up. They eventually got to kill him off. He hasn't died yet.
Gotcha. Marco Cicchetto returns. You're going way too far down.
I know. I was to see what else there is.
Marco Cicchetto returns as the interior artist. Of course, Jonathan Hickman is writing. Matt Wilson, colorist. We have the Ultimates are going to make an appearance in this, or at least a few of them. Or actually, looking at this, only one of them, and that's Iron Lad, Tony Stark. But yeah, this is kind of like an aftermath of the previous issue where Peter Parker and Harry Osborn had that brawl with Kingpin. And we are going to get to see some more of Uncle Ben and Jonah working on their newspaper, which is kind of something that I'm really interested in. I like the supporting cast that we've got going on here. It's a lot of fun. I like Ultimates, and Ultimate Black Panther is okay, but if you get any one Ultimate book, this would be the one that I would recommend. Absolutely. Just a real fun ride. You've got some real fun covers on this. There's a Tyler Kirkman variant that I don't imagine my shop is going to get, but it is kind of fun. It's like a dancing motif. There's also a really cool variant from Marco Mastrazo. That one's pretty cool. Nice action shot. I kind of like that compared to this one. This one just seems a little bit bland to me. But yeah, I mean, any of the covers you go with, it's going to be, you're getting the same story on the inside though. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I imagine this is going to be RDV's number 1. It'll probably be in our top 5s when we come back on Thursday, I imagine. So yeah, check this out. Oh. It has my full endorsement for whatever that's worth.
Well, also they're running into the Ultimates are returning, so it's going to be crazy. The Ultimates. Mm-hmm. How's that going to interfere with this? Is Spidey going to battle the Ultimates?
Well, because the thing with the Ultimates is that Tony Stark's been the one sending all the armors and stuff, and we know that some of the armor has gotten into the hands that they didn't want it to end up in. So I think I think it's going to be interesting.
First, for a hot second, I thought this was George Stacy.
Does he look like George Stacy?
Oh, he looks like an old guy.
Kinda.
He was always depicted wearing like a suit like that, in the hair. And then, of course, other retail exclusives they have where he's collected that. And then they have the Tyler Kirkham Sleeping Giant or variant. Now, you talk about Reed Richard having a beard bothering you, Breen. Peter needs to lose the beard.
Okay, for that, it doesn't bother me, but Reed looks better without a beard.
True.
I agree with Peter.
And Peter looks like an idiot. So I said it's time for that to go.
You know what he looks like? He looks like Tyler Kirkham.
So this was your number 2, Zach?
My number 2.
This is virtually a little better than a skip week, and the best book on the shelves is your number 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let me log in to see what his actual number 1 is.
Let me delete stuff from my pull list real quick so you have absolutely no idea.
Too late.
No, you don't know. You might know, but
I'm surprised you don't have this other book though.
What other book? Sanction?
Oh, Final Fight.
Oh, no, that's on there. It just didn't make a top 5.
Oh, that sucks. All right, number 1 for number 2 for Mr. Breen.
Sanction.
Nice. What else you got to say about it that I didn't save?
That's all it needs to be said.
Okay. Man. Zach's number 1. It's a facsimile.
it's Titans versus Mickey, don't you know?
What?
I'm just kidding. Gosh.
Who would buy this? First of all, it's not even
somebody really sick in the head. That's who. Like that art is just terrible. Good Lord.
Man. Zach's number 1. Just League of America, the blue cover.
God, I hate that trend. I hate it. Stop giving these blank cover variants and foil cover variants to facsimiles.
Do they have a red, white, and blue variants? I don't know.
That,
all right. My number 1, but I'm going to count down my list. People, you missed it out. For you 5 people watching.
4.
3 people watching.
Here.
Yeah. Alrighty. My number 5 was Blood Hunt. The issue 5 of 5, Fantasy 4. Then I have number 3 was Midnight Suns. 2 was Sanction. And of course, mine is number 1 is Ultimate Spider-Man. Number 7 because I'm not a heathen. I put the good books first.
So do I.
The reason this isn't Zach's number 1 because he hates good movies like Due Date.
God, dog it! That makes me. I hate that movie. That's such a bad movie. Good Lord, I watched Twilight.
I'm gonna put
before
Ryan
I see
North
Due
back
Date.
on my pull list for that.
Watch me show back up here on Thursday with Fantastic Four.
Like I said, I'm only getting the Fantastic Four for the tie-in. After that, I'm dropping the book. I don't care.
You never were on the book. You can't drop it if you were never on it.
I've been on for
I was on it since Ryan North took over, and then I dropped it.
This will be my second issue. And then
I caved to the peer pressure and dropped it.
You just goaded Zach into passionately defending Ryan North's Fantastic Four.
I was reading when it was dinosaurs.
I knew I should have sent you to one of them special schools.
Wait, which one?
Which one do you think?
Him? Okay.
Sure, son. Him.
Say your piece.
My piece on this is the best book ever. Honestly, you are correct. If you are looking for a Marvel book to read, it's the only book I can recommend you to read. If you had to read just one, it's Ultimate Spider-Man. You don't need anything else. This, if you're a huge fan, if you're a fan of Spidey, or you're a fan of basically Spidey being put back the normal way he was originally, and actually having a family, having a supporting wife, becoming a hero, and yeah, like I said, like he's got new versions of old villains, and excited, and it's just basically just been fun. I mean, you could obviously I'd say I'd recommend read the Ultimates alongside of this for a companion, but other than that though, this has been fun. I'm looking to see what's going to happen. I'm how long is Uncle Ben going to stay alive?
Or Gwen Stacy.
Because well, I think Gwen Stacy might outlive Uncle Ben. Who knows?
Yeah,
I think they're both safe. If it becomes a cliche if he starts doing the same things that happen.
Do you know who I think's probably going to die if they kill anybody off this? It'd probably be Harry.
I don't think so. Now, if I'm thinking, and I'm thinking predictable, which Hickman doesn't really do predictable, but if I were doing it, I would think that Gwen Stacy would die, and that would turn Harry from being a good guy vigilante to a bad guy. And he would go rogue. But see, that seems like really predictable, though.
That would turn the best book at Marvel into a cliche.
Exactly. Who are we talking about now? We're talking about Marvel, right? Just saying.
I know, but you keep telling me what a great writer this guy is.
He is good. That's why I'm saying I'm not Hickman. Hickman doesn't do things predictably. That's the way my mind is going. My mind, I'm thinking, I guess, kind of in a predictable pattern. So yeah, I'm curious to see how it plays out. Maybe nobody dies in general. Why are we thinking somebody's gonna die right away? Somebody might. They might. All these cast members might live perfectly happy and healthy for years.
One of the children dies.
What children? Oh, those children. I was about to say, I'm so not used to Peter and Mary Jane having kids. Kids.
Now we satisfied our bloodlust with Paul and Mary Jane's brats.
No.
Even though we weren't reading the book. What, you wanted the kids to live?
Not those kids, not Paul's kids.
I know. So I said we satisfied our bloodlust with them. We don't need these kids to die.
No.
Valid point.
If anything, so these kids, but he got his powers after the kids. The kids will not be legacy characters.
Right. Well, unless Hickman leaves the book and they replace him. Like I said, if Hickman leaves the book, cancel the book. Don't turn around and give it to Jody Hauser.
Well, you're talking about that's you. I think Marani said that the new armor.
No, that's that. No, we started talking about Iron Man.
He is wearing Iron Man armor.
I like the armor he's wearing now, like the red and gold and black. Like I actually really dig it.
So his armor, you can see it more here in this cover.
Well, no, not his ultimate armor. We're talking about main universe Iron Man.
Oh,
okay.
But I'm saying that the Goblin armor pretty much is the red and gold one that Bendis created, the Knight armor.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. That one was kind of weird with all the sharp lines.
That because that could just change to any armor he wanted to. It's all combined.
That's true.
We need to move this along so we can find out what absolutely not number one worthy book is Zach's number one.
Alrighty. So what is use number one for
from the top or from the bottom? We have wait, what?
That's right. Yeah,
I was counting down. Don't we normally count down?
I was gonna skip you to go to Brian.
Do you want? I mean, hey, you can skip me.
Go ahead.
Right. Number 5 is Firefly versus number 1. That's the wild card pick. Number 4 is the Justice League of America Facsimile Blast from the Past. Number 3 is Blood Hunt. Number 5, the grand finale. Number 2 is going to be the surefire hit, Ultimate Spider-Man number 7. Binkman, you son of a gun. You already looked ahead and you knew what it was, didn't you? It's a DC Comics book this week, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute Power, Task Force number 7, issue number 3. I got 2 words for you. Jeremy Adams writing and Justice Society of America. That's it. That's
2 words for you. No? Brian and I, we both got 2 words for you, Zach.
Apples is 2 syllables.
Guns up.
Guns up. I don't get that. That's a Longhorns. Not Longhorns. Red Raiders. Guns up. No, this is I've been wanting to read this for a while. Jeremy Adams writing more JSA characters. This is an Amazo that goes after the Justice Society. This whole Task Force 7 series has had different Amazos going after different corners of the DC universe. So this one goes after the JSA. It absorbs the powers of Alan Scott's power ring, and so it can make all these Green Lantern constructs. From what I've seen, it learns free will after it absorbs Green Lantern's power. So now it's like not wanting, I guess, to carry out Amanda Waller's orders. That's kind of interesting to me. We've got characters that I haven't seen in a comic in a hot minute. Characters like Rick Tyler, Hourman, Pat Dugan back in the Stripe mech, Ted Grant's Wildcat. Of course, we have Hal. Well, actually, kind of weirdly, but it also kind of makes sense. We have Hal Jordan and Star Sapphire. Salem the Witch Girl coming over from Jeff Johns' JSA run. Of course, Alan Scott, Stargirl, some of the mainstays are in here too. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I appreciate the way that Jeremy Adams writes the JSA. I think it'll be worth it.
Is this gonna be the reunion of them?
Is it reunion of who? Of Hal and Carol?
Yeah. Remember he escaped from Waller in the Green Lantern.
Could be, but they don't mention anything about it in the synopsis. So I don't know, because I know Hal was taken to like an Amanda Waller's like secret bunker where all the weapons and stuff have been hoarded. So I don't know if Hal and Carol will meet at this point, but I'm sure they will at some point before all of this gets done. But the artist on this is Marco Santucci.
I mean, how could this not be here? Look at this. This is exact cover that Zach wants here. He wants
that is a gorgeous. That's Dan Mora. That is a thing of beauty.
It's mech. It's DC mech again.
It's DC mechs, baby. Bringing it back. Dan Mora has a gift. God directs that man's hands. But yeah, it's JSA and Jeremy Adams. That's really all I need. Maybe JSA and Jeff Lemire. We'll see how that goes. But for the time being, I have Jeremy Adams.
Oh, it's I don't think he's who's the main charge of the task force thing? Absolute Power?
Amanda Wawa?
No, man, as far as a story event. Is this a Mark?
Oh, Baby? It's self-writing. It's a Chat GPT writing. AI is writing it.
I don't you like it.
His name is not on this book, by the way, for anybody wondering. Jeremy Adams. Sadly, he is not writing this whole little sub-series. This is just like one issue he's doing. But he is writing the whole issue. So, all 32 pages.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's gonna be if they don't it's a good thing, a chance it is Jeremy Adams will tie this into after Green Lantern, the last issue. And
sure he will.
Explain how they get the meets, because it'd be really weird to have him write this event and it has nothing to do with his main book.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, Carol being in it. I mean, and Carol and Hal both being in it. I'm sure he's gonna find some way to tie it back to
they say Carol is in here. Can you imagine if Carol's not in here? It's all clickbait.
That would be wild.
Remember, Carol was on the last issue.
That would be wild. That would be wild. I mean, it is kind of weird because I remember first seeing this cover and I thought it was Huntress, but she got like some weird new armor or costume or something. But now Star Sapphire makes a little bit more sense because they are propping up Star Sapphire a lot because she's going to be part of the new Justice. Although it seems everybody's going to be part of the new Justice League at some point. The new Justice
League looks dumb.
I think it looks pretty great, actually.
Starfire should never be in a Justice League thing.
Sorry. Why not?
Because so you're gonna have her replace Hal,
Hal is still gonna be around.
They didn't show Hal on there.
They didn't show a lot of characters on there, but they say that a lot of characters are going to be part of the Justice League team. It's going to be basically like the cartoon was. You have such a large roster, you're going to have different characters rotating in and out. Basically everybody except Jonah Hex, and that's because he's dead at this point in canon.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go back to Breen's number one.
I've earned the side eye, the Apple side eye of my esteemed colleagues.
Number 5, Kosher Mafia from Mad Cave. I just found it when he blipped through it. And I read up on it. Takes place in 1936.
Oh, nice.
So
Where
it
is
could, in Mad Cave's on a bit of a roll. So
Where is it?
Interesting.
we're going to give it. It's just pretty far down. Kosher Mafia.
Kosher.
Is it,
Yeah, it has an old man on the cover.
It's like a Jew. There
Right
it is.
I was looking for brain.
Interesting.
That kind of looks cool. Like I said, and since
Huh.
I said Mad Cave is getting it done these days, so I'm going to give it a shot. I think I recognize the writer's name from something, but I don't know if it's from being good or not. But I think I'll give it a shot.
Oh, he wrote Nottingham. I read that book, or I read some of it. I didn't read
Was
the
it
whole
any
thing.
good?
I enjoyed it.
Nottingham. Yeah, that's his big.
Okay, well, I said it's, if it's not, then I'm only out,
He's Australian. Oh, he's Australian writer. Careful with those.
He works exclusively for Mad Cave. Like, he hasn't done any Big 2 stuff.
Okay, well,
But
I said I'm going to give this a shot. Number 4 would have been the Justice League Zach-Simile. See what I did there?
Yeah.
But Mark Waid sucks, so I won't be buying that. Number 3 would have been whatever the hell this crappy event is called. Justice League Task Force Z, whatever the hell.
Absolute nonsense, right?
Because Zach made it sound good, but Mark Waid works for DC, and Mark Waid sucks. So we won't be getting that either. Number 2, Sanction. And number 1, if you have a functioning brain, it's Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, good thing it wasn't the flipper over here.
Yeah.
I forgot Saga was still a thing.
I'm scarred by the boys with the deep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is the white blank covers the Zach-Simile. Oh, come on, that was Jackson. That was a good one.
Every time I start to like you, you turn around and stab me in the back.
And conversely, every time I start to not, he does this and gets me back.
He's always winning you back.
I can't quit you, man.
Roy Kirk, you freaking enigma.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I said it's there actually are a handful of books now that I kind of look forward to the next one. Even most of the ones I buy, if I miss, it's like, oh, that came out. Oh, whoops. But Ultimate Spider-Man, I really do look forward to that because at my core, I'm a superhero guy. So I mean, I enjoy the indies a lot, but I would trade them all for good, like a good Marvel Comics, a good Mark Waid-less DC, that's not going to happen. So this is as close as I'm going to get.
There's 3 Spider-Man books out this week too. There's Ultimate, then there's a Crappy Amazing, and then there's that other one. I don't know how far down it is. Here.
No, there's only one.
I know you're going to say that, but I'm just saying.
Oh shit! Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I'm buying that one. So I do have 4.
Who's the writer on that?
Jim DeMatteis.
DeMatteis, that's it.
That covers his policy.
Oh shit! I'm glad you stopped that, Van, because I might have you noticed. So yeah, I actually scraped up 4.
Yep.
Nice.
So let's see. Hopefully, there's. Like I said, as far as Osborn's wife being alive, I'm not too much happy with that. But I'm willing to open-minded to see where it goes. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to change anything because it's not retcon anything.
No, and I will say again. Like I said, I all kidding aside, I absolutely would be getting that Jeremy Adams book. Like I said,
I completely understand, and I respect folks like you and Aaron and Wes not getting it. I really like Jeremy Adams. I really like to support Jeremy, and it's the JSA, and so I've got a weakness for them. But no, I completely understand. I'll be here to give you all the spoilerly details so you can live vicariously through me.
I'm trying to mentally gymnasticate my way into getting the Justice League.
I'm wait for Zach. You're talking about doing a blog.
Yeah.
what you should do, go in your car and just have the camera on and flip through the book.
I'm not gonna do your boy Zach straight. No, I refuse.
Wait a second.
Between
Say, diversity in comics, did that, but your boy Zach doesn't. So your boy Zach will. That's what you do.
your boy. I'm not gonna do
Or
car videos.
you could be yo boy Zach.
Well, he's no longer Diversity Comics anymore. You can just take that name.
No,
your boy Rich. No.
So what's coming out in the world of trades?
Yeah, let's go to trades.
The wonderful world of trades.
Oh, look, second thing I see. That prick. Look, let's see. The dick, the prick.
And the Rick. There's got to be a word for Detective Comics. You would almost have like a whole top row of rhymes.
If it was good, I'd call it slick, but
less
than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't read Rick Remender's X-Force, actually.
Look
I read
at
his...
that.
Yeah.
I would have guessed that would have ever gotten an omnibus.
Right?
Oh, right. Garth Ennis? Oh, wow.
Hitman. It was fantastic.
Wow.
So Firepower this is hardcover 2. Is this going to be companion to my Absolute Edition then? I'm curious. Because I have the actual hardcover. It has the prelude plus the first 12 issues.
Have you ever read Hitman?
It seems like it would be up his
it
alley.
is. Yeah, 13 through 30. Yeah, sweet.
Excuse me.
I've been waiting for these freaking books to come out on hardcover because like they have the soft cover ones coming out. I'm like, but I like collecting my hardcover. These are fun. No, I've never read Hitman.
Well, I know you're a Garth Ennis fan, and I think that would be right up your alley.
I want to read it on the channel now.
There's you've heard me talk about the Hitman Resurrection Man crossover.
Yeah, how hilarious it was too.
Zach, do you remember the Resurrection Man?
Yeah, the guy that doesn't die, he just comes back.
Right.
Doesn't he have a different power every time he comes back?
Yeah. Well, when he crosses over with Hitman, they're trying to get the right power for them to do what they need to do, and he keeps coming back to life with stupid powers, and Hitman just keeps shooting him in the head. Didn't
Hitman also have like a Christmas issue where he? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his meetings with other superheroes were just hysterical.
Yeah. Looks like you got Kyle Rayner on there. That's
a good
cool.
thing I only have a few books this week because I can afford to get the book too. Then. Yeah.
Awesome.
Look, Absolute All-Star Superman.
Nice.
How many reprints has that been through now? 10?
Wow.
God, dog. That's probably more than...
Oh, my God. There's something wrong with my TV.
Did sports ball end?
No, the Dodgers scored runs for my pitcher. They've got a 5 under that thing that says R.
I was gonna say if it starts the Reds are winning 5-0.
The Reds spent all day getting rid of people, so their wins and losses are meaningless at this point.
All right, but also coming out Incredible Hulk Epic Collection Kill or Be Killed.
Ooh, interesting.
Good run.
Look. To the left of it is a prick. To the right of it is someone who can't write.
Black Hammer. I think I'm gonna start looking into Black Hammer because I'm a bit interested in what Jeff Lemire has done. I know he did a lot of he started the Terrifics.
Wasn't that the offensive one?
What, Black Hammer?
There was some that came out in the book like that was like very racist.
Well, I know
imagine if it was racist, he wouldn't be as well revered as he is.
I think Jeff Lemire has a little TDS going too, so hope it doesn't bleed into Justice League or Justice Society.
You could throw a rock and it's got a volume 3.
Yeah, but to the left.
I mean, I don't have a 1 or 2.
Hardcover. What is this?
It's not as important as New Warriors.
And Richard Corbin with Den volume 2.
Also not as important. Nice Dinosaur. It's close, but it's not as important.
Close, but no cigar. But I like
close, but no cigar.
Is he anything to tell with this?
I'm sure it's some kind of underground-ish comic.
Yeah.
Governor cartoonist Charles Burns has never hid his passion for comic books and pop culture in the 1950s and 1960s, inspired by the romance, horror, and sci-fi comics of his youth. As well as the 1960s American Underground, author of Black Hole, has created a collection of 80 original comic book covers through his own. Okay, it's just covers. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, okay. It's a cover book.
Yeah, Drug Buddy, Us, Throbbing Hearts, Unwholesome Love.
Wow, a book that's just covers.
Your
At
move,
least
DC.
it only has one cover.
No variants here.
Wow. New Warriors.
New Warriors, baby. Look at that. That's 90s comics at some of its finest.
Exactly. Right when Spidey joined them, that's when they took off.
That's Scarlet Spidey. That's not Peter Parker. That's Ben.
What is it with being named Zach and being cuckoo for the New Warriors?
Does the other Zach
also
like the New Warriors?
Night Thrasher is his all-time favorite character.
Night Thrasher is pretty cool. Night Thrasher is Batman if he skateboarded.
Did you see his video today on the
New Warriors?
He actually got some of the pages of it.
I've seen some of the pages got out. Yeah. Yellow Flash was tweeting about that. I was kind of shocked.
Richard got the whole thing, but the guy that sent him the files begged him to only show a couple pages.
Oh my god,
so he showed like 5.
That's wild.
Well, I took one of the ones he posted and put it in the sports ball. And it has Friggle. Are you gonna rate this too?
It's just as
and I have to agree
remember hearing about
what
it.
He said it wasn't as bad as we were all expecting it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good by any stretch, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah, it
wasn't America bad, or unreadable Wasp, or unsellable Squirrel Girl bad. But it was.
Hey,
the artwork didn't do it any favors.
Oh my
either.
God, Dwayne! What was it? The line Richard was using was, "It doesn't look like Night Thrasher has a little sugar in his tank. It's like his whole tank is sugar."
No, I like them. I don't know why, man. I can't tell you why. I think I like them more than the new Teen Titans. Honestly, just like the chemistry between the characters and the different roster as it rotates as they grow. I love them. I think they're awesome. I need to get the omnibuses.
That's okay. I love both my sons equally.
There's a reason I keep pushing for E to do a cover tier of New Warriors.
Even Son of Four Senses.
That's okay. We RDV can have 4 senses and still prosper. He can still do well with 4 senses. If Matt Murdock can, so can he. Or Alicia.
Well, my first name
New Warriors was a good book.
My first name is Matt, so I'm good with 4 senses.
Wow, he just doxed himself.
You guys have I've said my name in here. I've been called.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I've never heard you call yourself by your name.
No, other people do it for me.
Oh.
I got aggravated with him one night and doxed him.
Yo, nightclub.
Yep.
Also, Jackson's mad at me now. He says New Warriors better than New Teen Titans. How do I block Zach?
Is there a block for real life?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Jackson, he's young. He knows not what he says.
Look, it's got all the same goodness and goodies as the new Teen Titans. They're just different. Half the team aren't sidekicks.
No, I got 2 words to separate the new Teen Titans from the New Warriors: Kid and Nova.
Okay, that was his name for like a minute. He went to being Nova.
Well, I blame his Uncle Jackson.
I'm sorry. There is just 2 words I can say separate that makes the new Teen Titans better than your little speedball adventure thing.
Speedball adventure.
That's what you like it because you like Speedball.
Speedball's awesome, but then so is Namorita, so is Firestar and Justice or Marvel Boy or whatever his name was.
And I'll just say,
changed
Starfire.
every 2 minutes. Look, Starfire is great. I'm not.
Starfire and Raven are my favorite, and I mean I like Robin, but I love Raven and Starfire. Those are the two that make the team really
Okay, I here's
Oh.
Marv Wolfman, George Perez, Fabian Nauseated, or whatever his
great.
name is,
Nauseous.
and Mark Bagley.
Look,
That's like the Road Warriors versus the Mulkeys.
I think when it started, wasn't it Tom DeFalco that first started it? I think it was Tom DeFalco.
Dave Cockrum has an artist edition card cover. They've been doing these a while. That was Dave Cockrum.
It was Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends that started New Warriors.
So this
Well,
Dave
I know
Cockrum's-
they were doing the Thor appearances, but pretty sure the regular series was Nauseaza and Bagley.
Those two are credited as the writer, artist, creators. So maybe it is
guys,
Thor.
Are we gonna move on from New Warriors?
We're not talking about New Warriors. I'm talking about the classic
Well,
goodies.
find a trade worth talking about. And
Yeah,
I was gonna mention this because I said I see they're doing this now. It's Dave Cockrum's turn before it was John Romita Sr.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, on his stuff. So this is behind the scenes, original print pages.
Yeah.
Less interesting.
So for the people who can't afford the actual real prints, they're reprinting them in a collected edition here,
Oh, okay.
and like a magazine size format.
Oh, it's a magazine. Okay.
Well, it's a hardcover
Magazine size.
Did you have long COVID? Because
Long
you haven't had
COVID.
taste for a while.
All right.
Hey, Peanuts.
Do you see this? Flash Gordon Classic Collection, line 1 hardcover.
Go over to the left. Peanuts.
Yeah, the problem with
Trade
those is
paperback for $8.
you can go to a used bookstore and find the original cheaper than that, probably.
Dude, I saw the little digest for $2. It's at my shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just 2? Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
I like Charlie
my
Brown.
main shop. I was laughing because I looked at it. He's around the counter. He's got a box just stacks of that, and I was laughing. I was like, dude, really? He's like, yeah, I don't know why, but people are just getting rid of these. I'm like,
Wait, you got a bunch of Peanuts? Is at your store?
well, Peanuts. I also got Heathcliff. One's a High and Lois, and then it's a Dennis the Menace are popping in. People are just getting rid of these books.
That's wild.
Yeah, check next time you're there. Check see what the Peanuts selection looks like.
I think I might actually have to look at them. I know they're going. Everything's going for $2 pretty much at the one shop.
Yeah, because
You say they're crazy. Well, this is gonna be a hardcover, bigger thing.
Yeah.
You know, a bigger book. Like I think it's gonna be the smallest, but this is the daily news strip from 60 to 62.
Well, no. Well, it says okay. It says soft cover there.
Yeah. SC.
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah, but
versus the
because
Flash Gordon.
When we were cleaning out my mom's house, I found a box of my old Peanuts paperbacks.
Yeah.
And I would love to get some more of them because that takes me back to that takes back my childhood.
I'll go back and look at them. Tomorrow because the one shop has a box just on little books like this.
Cool.
Original.
Also, Maranya has a question. She would like to know: are the Flash Gordons being collected from Alex Raymond or later?
Well, let's go inside the numbers and find out.
Let's go into this mad cave. Apparently going into a box. Yeah.
What?
Alex Raymond Sunday strips from 1934 to 1937 includes additional background material introduction from Alex Ross.
Ooh,
That would be cool. It's $50 though.
that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I hate to say that.
So I say, kids, going to in-stock trade.
I was gonna say that's in stock trade time.
It's not. Let's find out what is in stock trade selling it for.
Probably $25.
I'm gonna say 28.
So around that 25, 26.
If I could type faster, that would help. It doesn't say. It just says coming soon.
Tomorrow, check back tomorrow. I'll say.
Yeah, I'll check back tomorrow. They got a lot of Flash Gordon stuff though. There's a hardcover library for $37. There's a trade for $21. That's from Dynamite though.
Look at that guy. Look, he's got the cigarette extended and then the little thing holder. Breen, that's what you need when you come on the screen. You need to have the little wand for the cigarette.
Yeah.
Like Cruella DeVille.
Get the suit on. He's like, yeah, I'm Vincent Price, Yeah, that's what I think every time. Yeah. Then we get into some manga stuff, and I think then I go Vampire PA. This is what you should be getting, Zach.
Why is that?
But a guy who basically dimly ends up becoming a vampire slayer.
That's what Al Capone Vampire is a spinoff of this.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, for Al Capone, vampire, there was a Vampire PA, the story of Dean Marklin, an expert HVAC repairman who didn't believe in vampires, but who nonetheless would become the deadliest vampire in suburban Pittsburgh. Yes. This trade paperback collects original 2007 miniseries, the proposed short stories inspired it, and more. This was originally created as a Kickstarter exclusive. Is limited to 50 copies. Print run of 50 for $40. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be worth gold, bro. I've read the original story of this. It's a fun series. So I'm probably gonna pick up and trade. But that is it for this week, though. If you saw anything that you like, let us know down below in the comment section. If you're in the chat here, you saw something that you like, let us know. We'll talk about it for about 5 seconds, and then
forget about it.
By the way, what covers are we doing tonight?
I don't wait. No, wait. We did the other ones. I mean, look. Does he have it?
Is it New Teen? I think it's New Teen Titans.
It is New Teen Titans because New Warriors suck.
Boo! Look, when it comes down to my birthday again, I'm gonna ask you for a New Warriors comic cover night. I might just lie and say next week is my birthday. We should do a comic.
Yeah, we'll just say you're having your second birthday.
Yeah. He doesn't know when he forgot my real name for years. I'm sure he doesn't remember my birthday.
Jackson Raykirk, he feels your pain there.
No, one skip dude knows my pain there.
I guess I claimed him one skip dude. I told him to change it to that because he's always being skipped.
That's funny.
Oh my god!
I can't dog on E too bad though. I did get a bunch of books from him in the mail today, so you'll have to wait till Thursday.
And I were going over the books that Eric was sending me.
Nice.
He's like, are there any books in here that you don't want?
I bought some books from him yesterday. Like I think he was gonna put them on auction, and I just gave him a price right there. He's like, "I'll give you money for those." Right? You were there because I remember.
Yeah. I can tell you this, and if he looks, he's gonna take that back.
You think so?
Number one alone is worth $100. So I won't say anything if you don't say anything, but if he does, because I don't know what kind of condition those books were in.
Yeah.
But that's but you know what? I'm not going to feel bad because I have told him for as long as I've been doing this with him, check before you put them on. I mean, I said that's especially if you've got any instincts at all,
right?
Like I say, when it comes to that, it's like if a retailer does not check before they put a price of book up, and I purchase it, well, is it my job to tell the person who's selling it?
No, because he thinks those amalgams are worth $10 a piece. They're worth $3.
Yeah,
and so many things that he puts like $5 on are worth $2. He lets expensive books slip through the cracks constantly, even after I've told him that they're not, that they're not cheap. He'll forget and put them up anyway. So, I said it's a feed doesn't,
That's the way retail. You have to double check things.
Yeah,
if you run out of time to price everything, then you do a smaller auction until you get it.
It obviously means whoever he got them from didn't know either.
That's true.
Because he doesn't do anything that he doesn't make money on. So he would still make money, but he could have made more. I'm not saying how much more because there's not that much of a demand for those anymore. And
New Warriors.
I'm being serious. Nobody in the world is going to give you $100 for that. Number one, I don't care if it's I don't care if you can cut meat with the cover.
Hey, Cleanser. This is often a bidding war. Spurs need to check the value. Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
And the thing is, it sucks. Is like in a business, like I said, running an auction. If you're counting on a bidding war and you're selling it for like $2 less than it's worth, if you can, that's. I honestly, I just put books up with basically the price that they are. I got them for, so at least I get that price.
Yeah.
If somebody buys it, because look at it this way: if I undersell myself and then somebody buys it and then no one else bids, I'm stuck losing $2.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what his policies are, what he does behind the scenes. But the only thing he can blame for things going wrong is himself. Can't blame anybody else. You're in charge of everything. You set it up. That's the way it goes. It sucks. Sometimes you get screwed over. Sometimes you win big. But anyway, enough about that. And Glinzer, I remember you mentioning that you always like to leave super chats at the end of live streams. So I haven't yet seen that proof of that.
Did he ever actually say that?
He said that one time we didn't have a super chat enabled. He's like, "Oh, I was gonna leave a super chat. I always leave super chats into the live stream." So I was like, "We've had the super chats back for about a month or two. Like I haven't seen no money coming in."
He's calling you out, Glens. Are you gonna let him call you out like that?
This is how I make my living here, bro. Ronnie steals my beer, and I can barely afford comic books, and I have to pay Zach.
Yeah, sure. That'll be the day.
I know. One day it will be.
Still waiting on that check.
It's coming there.
It's coming. Okay. But yeah, be sure to head over to I Love Comics. Well, if you're catching this on the replay, you should still go over to I Love Comics. But if you're watching live, go over to I Love Comics in about 5-6 minutes for the comic cover tier ranking of Wolfman and Perez's pretty good new Teen Titans run. Not as good as New Warriors, but it's still up there.
All right. And if you, like I said, you guys did not hit that like button, please hit that like button. Also, leave a comment down below. Even just saying hi. It lets let's basically YouTube know that you actually care about this channel, and it'll continue to get notifications. The more you interact with this channel, the more notifications you get.
That's true. That is actually true.
Holy Toledo!
You did it. You messed with the bull. You got the horns.
Do I hear $2 from Little Rhaegar?
Now Jackson says that if it was the New Warriors, maybe he'd be there. I love the flip-floppiness. Is he like Two-Face? He just like has dual personality sometimes.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. That's awesome. I was just busting your balls. You didn't have to do that. There is no cancel button, right? You already sent the money?
I don't think there is.
Yes. All right. Right. And then Randy says, I need a better. I need that beer to deal with all you yahoos.
I figured, Jackson. I was just busting.
I thought she said they need a better deal with all the yahoos. I didn't realize she said beer. Eric Trusty, Mike. Hey, who's that? Doesn't Micah have an H at the end?
No.
I always thought he did.
I've seen him with that, but he doesn't put one there.
Huh. Alrighty though. All right, guys. We'll see you later, and we'll see you on Thursday. Actually, Thursday for the follow-up of the stream. And if
That's
you don't
right.
show up, we'll send Geeky to your house.
Which would be tricky because he's in Alaska, but we'll find a way to do it.
We'll get him a sled.
That'll only get him so far until there's no more snow. I mean, it's still summertime down here.
Well, we'll get one with wheels on it.
Oh, okay. That works.
Yeah. Later.
Gator.
After a while.
Crocodile.